The Guardian, the U.S. has developed a plan to divide Gaza into green and red zones. The article was published on mignews.com on November 15, 2025, at 7:25 a.m. by Liza Timishchik. The U.S. has developed plans for the long-term division of Gaza into two zones: a green zone, which will be controlled by international and Israeli forces and where reconstruction will begin, and a red zone, which will remain in ruins. This was reported by The Guardian, citing military planning documents and sources familiar with the U.S. initiatives. According to these documents, foreign troops would be stationed alongside Israeli units in eastern Gaza, leaving the strip divided by the current yellow line. Ideally, you'd want everything intact, right? But that's just an ambitious goal. It will take time. It won't be easy, the U.S. official said. The publication writes that plans for Gaza have been changing rapidly. The U.S. has already abandoned the concept of alternative safe communities. According to a U.S. official, these plans were abandoned this week after weeks of the U.S. promoting the idea of reconstruction in the form of fenced camp for small groups of Palestinians. Called Alternative Secure Communities, ASCs, the publication writes. According to the documents, the International Stabilization Force, ISF, is to form the core of Trump's peace plan. The U.S. expects a UN Security Council resolution mandating the force to be adopted in the coming days. The first step is to achieve the adoption of the resolution, the U.S. official said, emphasizing that countries are not ready to make commitments until the approved text is available. The U.S. concept calls for the deployment of foreign forces only in the green zone, initially with a few hundred personnel, with a possible expansion to 20,000. The plans include the deployment of foreign troops at the crossings after their integration with Israeli forces. This is causing concern among countries that fear being caught between Hamas and Israel and drawn into the conflict. The plan states that the Israeli military will review withdrawal conditions at a later stage once international security is ensured, but no timeframe is specified. The new Palestinian police force is envisioned as a long-term security element, but U.S. planners have assigned it a limited role, 200 officers initially, expanding to 3,000 to 4,000, only a fifth of the required force. The U.S. military also considers using reconstruction in the green zone to encourage some Palestinians to resettle there. As events unfold and conditions for significant progress are created, people will say, "Hey, we want this," the official said. Trump's plan calls for the demilitarization of Palestinian factions, the withdrawal of Israeli troops behind the security perimeter, and the beginning of reconstruction. According to the UN, more than 80% of buildings in Gaza have been destroyed or damaged. Nearly 1.5 million Palestinians are awaiting emergency aid, while hundreds of thousands are living in tents, lacking access to basic services like clean water. Almost the entire population, over 2 million people, is concentrated in the red zone, a strip along the coast that covers less than half of Gaza's territory, the publication writes. If you enjoyed my work, check out other relevant articles, give it a like, it will help spread the word, and stay up to date with the latest news. Join us.